I am here today with something that, I'll be honest, I didn't know was a thing. What I have here is the 2025 Ford Escape plug-in hybrid. I was not aware that they had this. My Lightning is in for a recall check on some front suspension parts, so they gave me this for the day. A little skeptical. I was like, I don't know about me and an Escape. I am quite a hefty guy. I'm working on it. But yeah, quite pleased to see that this was a plug-in hybrid vehicle. I have been really surprised with the amount of space inside. We're going to take it on a quick drive around the corner just to show you guys some of the displays and stuff. It's quite impressive, not bad at all. As we kind of swing around, I think the body style is great. There is plenty here to really enjoy. I wish it was a full battery electric vehicle. Of course it's not, but it's got lots of space inside. It's got here on the rear hatch area, hatchback style. It auto opens, which is nice. Lots of space. Let's take a look inside. You can see we've got a battery charger. Underneath here is, as we look inside, a little sub trunk area where it's got the spare tire. I'm a big fan of spare tires. That maybe is just a me thing. It's got the Ford portable charger, and it's just got an 11 kilowatt hour battery, just under 11 kilowatts. So it doesn't take much to charge it. You could do this at home on just any normal outlet, even faster, of course, with a level 2. So as we close this guy, we can kind of swing around and look at the interior. Let's take a look inside. As we park here, I'll note that it's getting 37 miles to the gallon. Guys, 37 miles. That's not bad at all. Again, very impressed with this little Escape. In the back, we've got 60-40 split seats. Of course, they can fold down flat also for more room, which is nice. Something that I do like that it has here, where I've got kids involved, is this center armrest will fold down, and it's got cup holders. Even the Lightning Flash, for some reason, they've removed this. This, to me, is something I think that's pretty critical, but let me know if you feel differently. Plenty of leg room. This is me with the seat pretty far back, and I really like what I'm seeing there. Nothing special back here in terms of screens or anything fancy. It's a pretty bare bones basic deal. A couple USB-Cs down here for the kids. Hard plastic everywhere, which I think you would expect. This has a little soft on the armrest, but otherwise hard plastic everywhere, as Ford is known for. Another cup holder down here, so again, nice. And then these seats are cloth, so on the side has that kind of vinyl for the bolstering, but then the middle is cloth. Not heated or ventilated back here, but again, not what you'd expect from this level of car. As we swing around to the front area, you can see it's got the normal Ford chimes. Again, you've got your cup holder. This is not as hard as the back, but down here, which is the area that a lot of people will kind of kick and get scuffed up, that is the hard plastic. 2 cup holders or something. I don't know what you would use this for. I guess that would be a cup holder. And again, plenty of space inside. And you'll see here when we take it on a drive, and again, just plenty of room. But again, hard plastics. Even the sun visor is kind of a hard plastic. This has got the headliner, eyeglass holder. Nothing special here. Do wish that there was home link. That used to be a thing, but not so much now. Again, hard plastic mirror that people like. The oh my god handle that I recently made great use of in the video with Kyle Connor when we were in the Zeekr 001 FR. This is not that, obviously. Totally different types of vehicles. Again, hard plastic kind of everywhere you go. But that's, again, what you would expect. It is an economy vehicle. Here you can see that they've got YouTube, which is nice. Of course, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay support. So me being an iPhone user, I'm using Apple CarPlay. In the software, you go into the features area. This is where we're going to find all the settings that we want to play with. Starting with drive modes, it's got your normal, eco, sport, and slippery. And then you've got auto EV that switches back and forth. You've got EV now, which would be basically pure battery, I believe. And then you could go to EV later, which would prioritize the 4-cylinder gas motor. As we kick back here, you've got your driver assistance, which again, not bad that it has it, right? Traction control, of course, adaptive cruise control. It's got lane keep system, pre-collision assist, rear view camera display, blind spot, parking aids, cross traffic alert. I really enjoy the cross traffic alert on my Lightning, as big as that thing is. So great safety features. As far as access, charge port light, I mean, that's pretty basic. I don't know why it needs its own menu for that, but sure, whatever. Maybe, oh, I guess I'll turn that on. Maybe that'll be something later to be improved or added to. Departure and comfort, this is where you can turn it on so that when you're charging up your small battery, different days of the week, you can have it in the cabin temperature for cold and heated areas, or areas where you need the climate control to be set. Charge settings, which is just amusing to me that it even has this. It'll charge when plugged in. Again, it's got charging locations, all the kind of stuff that Ford normally has. Power flow, that's super interesting. This will kind of show you a display of how the energy is moving between this little 11 kilowatt hour battery and the 4-cylinder engine. So I just think that's a fun display. I don't have this in my Lightning. I would love to have it. I just think it looks cool. Owner's manual, who cares? And of course, with Ford, you can always record feedback. Plenty of us have done that in the past. So yeah, overall, super cool. It also has things like hotspot for the Wi-Fi, which is great. Again, lots of things here for just affordability as a family that I think are great. Let's take it on a quick spin around the block and kind of show you the display cluster, and then we'll wrap it up. Now, even when it's using the battery electric mode, it doesn't have regen braking. Maybe the battery is too small for that, but it's kind of just moving here, even with my foot off the accelerator. I wish this had regen. Regen would be really nice. I'm just so used to it. I just don't feel like there's any downside to it. There is a brake coach here, so it must be putting some type of energy back into the battery, even if you don't have the one pedal drive. So I guess I really shouldn't have said that it doesn't have regen, because I do think it has regen. I just don't think it has the ability that I can tell for one pedal driving, where it will use that momentum to help slow you down. So I do wish that was featured. So it's got things on the display here like this electric hybrid coach, where it is kind of showing there is some regen. It's even got a brake coach like the Lightning does for the regen. So yeah, I shouldn't have said it doesn't have regen, it just doesn't have the one pedal. So as we come to a complete stop here, and you can see right there, 100% energy returned. So yeah, I misspoke there when I said it doesn't have regen, but it doesn't auto hold for you, and it doesn't have the one pedal where if you let off the accelerator, it will brake. Turning radius on this, as you would expect, super great. Coming from the Lightning, of course, it's no four-wheel steer or anything, but when you're used to lugging around the big old Lightning, anytime you can flip around a car this small just on a normal city street, it's kind of fun to do. So the Escape, it definitely has a lot of noise, vibration, and harshness, I would say. It's obviously a very small economy car, but overall, the space in it is not bad. For a guy as big as I am absolutely comfortable. It does have digital displays, which is nice. It has lane centering, lane keeping, cruise control and distance, all that kind of stuff. I'm looking at you, Cybertruck. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a very basic, affordable car. I would love to see something like this, something like the Maverick. Of course, the Bronco Sport is something I've always wanted to be electrified. But yeah, this is not a bad little car. The idea is with affordability and just being able to get entry-level EVs into the market, which is a huge gap. So I do have, my truck is in for some recall service, and they gave me this one as a loaner, and I was like, oh man, an Escape. They're so tiny, but no, I mean, plenty of space in this vehicle for the size that it is. I can't say that I'm unhappy about it. Now, in terms of acceleration, it's yeah, trying to rev up the engine, and it's not moving at all. acceleration is not where this thing is going to make its bona fides. There was no acceleration to speak of. I kind of floored it, and all you heard was the little four-cylinder engine revving. It did not launch or take off. 0 to 60 is probably like 11 seconds. I don't know. But again, that is not what this vehicle is made for. Obviously, coming out of the Zeekr 001 that we did the other day, this is nothing like that driving experience at all, of course. I am a real fan of this graphic. I am a sucker for just pretty things and shiny things. So you can see that here it says I am electric driving here on the screen. And then as I let off the accelerator, it says regenerative braking. So it is now flowing energy back into the battery. So super cool. I do wish they had this on the Lightning. I just think it looks like a fun little display to nerd out on. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Great job with that, Ford. Let's do that for the Lightning. Just an update, Ford did end up having to order some parts, and those parts are 2 days away. So I will have the Escape a bit longer. You can see us here, still on battery electric, and I did make that change in the settings. I noticed that when you go into the drive modes, that every time you turn off the car and come back into it, you have to reset these again to Eco, Normal, Sport, whatever you want to do. I've been keeping it in Eco. This does stay, though, where it says EV now. So that's nice. When I started out, I had it at auto EV, more of a hybrid mode. And then again, down here, EV later, you can prioritize the gas engine and save the battery for later if you like. So EV now is what I've been using. I've gone from Fremont to Newark to Hayward, Castro Valley, heading back home now. So yeah, that's been great. You can see here that I'm getting now 99.9 miles per gallon because I've been all driving electric. I drove another 10 miles earlier today, and you can still see I've got 8 miles of battery electric range remaining. So that's really great. I did also discover, in addition to the things we talked about earlier, that there is heated steering wheel here and heated seats. So that is super cool that those functions are there. I know that those are important to some folks, especially if you're leaving or living in a cold weather climate, not so much here in beautiful California. So yeah, that's really awesome. And as far as power, when it's on battery electric, you can see if I punch it, I'm punching it floored right now. And again, less noise than when I used the gas engine earlier to do that, but still not great acceleration. So you're not getting this package for performance at all. But yeah, overall, like I say, I think the priority here is one of economy and value, and that certainly delivers that. Now, is it up to the level of, say, a Toyota, especially things like the Prius Prime? No, I don't think it's quite there yet, but it's a very attractive offering, and it's definitely cost competitive. So there's a lot to like here. I've been really impressed with it, and I think you will be too. So it surprised me. Now we're gonna go ahead and plug it in back at the house. Like I say, I do have 8 miles of range still left, but we're gonna top it back up again, and I think that's really the use case, right? Today's driving's been pretty much around town, like you see, rush hour traffic, commute traffic in the morning and here in the afternoon. So it's the ideal situation where although it's rated at around 30, 34 miles, I'm actually finding that I'm getting close to 40. So that I thought was pretty cool. You can see here 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour is what I'm getting here. So yeah, not bad at all. I think that is impressive and a great use case for a commuting environment. And then again, if you have to go further, you do have that gas engine. But right now, I mean, I'm pretty much running the entire day on battery electric. So let's get it back to the house and let's go ahead and get it plugged in, and then we'll recap in the morning. I will say that the lane centering, I'm gonna make a correction on. It says that it has lane centering, but I think it's like a lane keep assist, where if you get too close to one of the edges of a lane, it tries to nudge you or vibrate back that you are going out of the lane. It is definitely not lane centering, which is what I thought. So when I go and press the button here on the steering wheel, You can see there, it's absolutely not lane centering. When I press it on the button, you can see lane keep system off, lane keep system on. So it's lane keeping and not centering. So that is definitely a disappointment. I'm not sure I find much value in the lane keeping, and it's not what I thought it was. So big correction on that, guys. It is not going to do what I thought it was going to do. So I take that back, Cybertruck. You're not any worse off. But in terms of other things, lots of positives about this. It's got the space. It's got all the capabilities for a daily driver. Compared to, you know, the Toyota, you can get a little bit more range at a little bit less cost. That is kind of the delta there. So like with anything though, I say you really got to get in and drive it. It's about seating position, it's about ride comfort, it's about the software, it's about what works for you in your daily life. So not everything is simple and binary, and we don't drive cars on paper. So get in and test drive, whether it's the RAV4 or the Prius, or in this case the Escape. Find out the one that's going to work best for how you use it. All right, so we've got it plugged in. We got the cool flashing, strobing, whatever you want to call it there, blue light. And we are ripping, pulling the massive 3.8 kilowatts here of energy on the Tesla charger. So yeah, anyway, it's such a small battery, it doesn't matter. It's plugged in and it'll be more than charged by the morning. So great little commuter. Get like 30 miles on the battery, which is enough for me to get to work and back, no problem. So yeah, cool little plug-in hybrid. Wish it was all electric, like I said, but for this situation or community, it's definitely gonna work. So that'll do it for the quick walkthrough on the Escape. Like I said, I wish Ford would do more with the battery electric lineup when it comes to stuff like this, like the Maverick. These are on the same platform as far as I know. And again, Bronco Sport also on this platform. So love to see this electrified. I mean, they're so close. 11 kilowatt hours obviously isn't gonna do it, but I do think you can get something underneath here and make an affordable entry-level EV. I know we would love a Bronco Sport personally. In the meantime, if I do need to charge it up, what I love is I won't have to go back to a gas station because my commute is not very far. I can just take right here with the plug-in hybrid, plug it in right at home, and I'll be good to go again for the morning. So not too far from here to my house, or the house to the dealer and the dealer to here. But if I do need the gas, it's in there, but I won't have to fill it up with much. So as a commuter, this thing is fantastic. Again, I would just like to see that battery electric deployed for these. Hopefully one day, 27, 28, I don't know what they're gonna have for the next gen. I'm excited to see it, whatever it is. But again, super impressed for a small, compact car. Great space, very, I would say, entry-level amenities inside in terms of the trim package. Maybe there's a more advanced trim package that has leather or more soft touch materials, but I don't think that's the purpose of this, guys. We don't need everything to be a $60,000, $70,000 vehicle. That's just not affordable in the market. We need these types of things to get out there. We can't constantly roll out the highest spec. It's got plenty in here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, lane centering, cruise control. Yeah, it's not Blue Cruise, but it doesn't need to be. It's not leather, it doesn't need to be. It doesn't have massaging seats, doesn't need to have those. This is a family vehicle that works and is affordable. And yeah, more of this, guys, just fully electric. Anyway, pretty excited, more excited than I thought I would be to check it out and see it. But super happy when I get my Lightning back, of course, not even in the same ballpark, but I did want to share it with you because I was a little surprised. Not sure if you are. Let me know in the comments. Have you seen this before? Or are you surprised as I am that it even exists? We'll see you on the next adventure.